There will come a time in your life when you must stop waiting for permission to live, for validation to dream, for acceptance to rise. Because the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your worth on a silver platter. And no one will feel the fire you carry the way you do. And that is your power, not your punishment. Life doesn't reward the hesitant. It rewards the bold. The ones who dare to believe in themselves even when the world offers no applause. The ones who show up day after day with nothing but their hunger to grow and their refusal to give up. Because while talent may open doors, it is perseverance that keeps them open. And while others wait for the perfect moment, the wise know the only perfect moment is now, right here, right now, in this chaos, in this mess, in this uncertainty. Because life will never pause for your fear, your doubts, or your indecision. It will move on with or without you, and you must decide whether you'll drift with the current or swim against the tide and shape your own destiny. And yes, there will be days when your motivation is low, your energy is drained, and your vision is clouded. But discipline will carry you where motivation cannot, and your purpose will pull you through the pain if it's rooted in something deeper than applause, money, or status. Because purpose isn't found in comfort, it's born in struggle, in failure, in the decision to keep going when everything inside you says stop. And don't make the mistake of thinking growth is glamorous. It's not. It's lonely, uncomfortable, and full of nights where you question everything. But if you can learn to see failure not as the end, but as your most honest teacher, if you can learn to love the process more than the prize, then you will become unstoppable, not because you're fearless, but because you've made peace with fear and learned how to walk with it without letting it lead. And in a world obsessed with speed, remember that real change takes time. Seeds planted today may not bear fruit for years, but that doesn't mean they're not growing. And just because others bloom faster doesn't mean your time won't come. Comparison is a thief of joy and a distraction from purpose. So focus not on being better than others, but on being better than you were yesterday. And as you grow, you will lose people, not because you're wrong, but because you're evolving, and not everyone is meant to go where you're headed. Sometimes people leave because your light exposes the parts of them they're not ready to face, and sometimes they leave because the version of you they loved no longer exists. But that's okay. Let them go with gratitude and keep walking, because growth requires sacrifice. And sometimes that sacrifice is comfort, familiarity, and even love. But don't let loss harden you. Let it deepen you. Feel every emotion, grieve when you must, but do not stay stuck, because every chapter has an end and your story must keep moving. And above all, never forget that strength isn't about always being strong. It's about showing up when you're weak, choosing to rise even when you've fallen 10 times before, and trusting that the broken parts of you are not ruins but raw material for a stronger foundation. Your scars are not shameful. They are sacred. They are proof you've lived, you've loved, you've lost, and yet you're still here, still breathing, still willing to try again. And that resilience is more powerful than any external achievement. And if you ever feel invisible, unheard, or misunderstood, remind yourself, the loudest growth happens in silence, and the strongest roots grow underground, unseen, unnoticed, but unshakable. And so are you. Stop waiting for the world to recognize you and start recognizing yourself, because the moment you own your story, the moment you stop apologizing for your ambition, your dreams, your pace, your past, that's the moment you become truly free. And in that freedom, you'll discover that success isn't a destination, it's a decision, a daily choice to rise, to believe, to keep walking even when the road is steep and the view unclear. And in that walking, in that refusing to quit, in that relentless showing up, you'll meet the version of yourself that your younger self prayed to become. So hold on when it's hard, stay humble when it's easy, and never lose your hunger to grow, because as long as you are alive, your story is still being written, and you are the author. So write it with courage, write it with purpose, and Write it so powerfully that when others read your story, they see their own strength reflected in yours, and remember that it's never too late to become everything you were meant to be.